Hello, nice to meet you again and welcome to Cần News of Cần Thơ radio and television station. Headline today.
The National Assembly deputies of Cần Thơ City had a meeting with voters in Ô Môn, Bình, Thủy and Thới districts. Cần Thơ Public Security organized the 70th anniversary of the traditional day of the Economic Security Force. The 8th Scientific Conference on Continuous Training and Odonto-Stomatology exhibition has just opened in Cần Thơ.
Top news. On May 10, Mr. Lê Quang Mạnh, member of the Party Central Committee, Secretary of Cần Thơ City Party Committee, head of the National Assembly delegation in Cần Thơ City, and all the National Assembly deputies, Ms. Chương Thị Ngọc Ánh, Vice President of the Central Committee of the Vietnam Freedom Front, Mr. Đào Chí Nghĩa, Vice Head of the delegation of the National Assembly of Cần Thơ City, had a meeting with voters in Ô Môn, Bình, Thủy, and Thới districts.
At the meeting, the National Assembly delegation announced the expected contents, agenda of the 5th session, and activities of the city delegation from the beginning of 2023 to present. At the same time, numerous voter opinions were also recorded. Local voters have proposed to the National Assembly, government, ministry, central branches, and city many issues of their concern, such as currently, the situation with landslides on the Ô Môn and Thới River becoming more problematic. Voters advocate building embankment on both sides of Ô Môn River route, from Ô Môn Bridge to Thới Bridge, to prevent damage to house in the near future. Additionally, local voters advised the National Assembly and the government to consider implementing appropriate policies to control the cost of agricultural commodities and encourage businesses to invest in buying, processing and consuming agricultural goods, take measures to stabilize the market and combat fake, poor quality and counterfeit goods, continue to upgrade and expand National Highway 91 from KM0 to KM7, and lastly, have strategies to deal with obstacles to the City Keys projects. Mr. Lê Quang Mạnh stated that the proposed voters' opinion are very legitimate, so it is requested that the city agency and branches pay attention to the settlement. The Office of the City National Assembly Delegation has fully recorded it to advise the city delegation to forward it to the central and local authorities for consideration. The Ministry of Transport had proposed a 5-year pilot toll collection scheme for the Ho Chi Minh City Trung Lương Expressway and the 8th section of the North-South Expressway, which were all funded by the state. Among the 9 expressway projects, 4 are currently operational while 5 are expected to be completed before 2025. The Ministry of Transport plans to pilot toll collection for 5 years, starting from the date the plan is approved by the National Assembly until there is a law on toll collection on highways. The premise used to set the toll rate is that it should be corresponding with people's financial capacity and appropriate for the socio-economic circumstances in each location. The tolls will be automatically collected without interruption, linking state-funded projects with PPP projects. According to the mining investment plan, the revenues after subtracting administrative costs will go directly to central or local state budget.
We turn to other news. The 8th Scientific Conference on Continuous Training and Odonto-Stomatology exhibition has just opened in Cần Thơ City. This is one of 3 important annual activities organized by the Vietnam Odonto-Stomatology Association. Attending were Mr. Lê Quang Mạnh, member of the Party Central Committee, who is Social Secretary of Cần Thơ City Party Committee, Professor Dr. Trình, Vice President of the Vietnam General Medical Association, former President of Vietnam Odonto-Stomatology Association, Associate Professor Dr. Trần Cao Bình, President of Vietnam Odonto-Stomatology Association. The conference gathered leading experts in Vietnam and neighboring countries. It has topics and contents such as implant, enlarge, orthodontic treatment, endodontic treatment, new materials in dentistry, clinical practice on dental implants and endodontics, student forum with 19 scientific journals from 9 universities of medicine and pharmacy countrywide. With the theme Dentistry in the Digital Age, the workshop takes place from now until May 12. Every day, there are many activities with updated content related to the dental muscle officer. This is also an opportunity to visit and learn about the means, equipment, and facilities of the exhibition with the participation of many dental material suppliers. On the afternoon of May 10th, the Industry and Trade Emulation Cluster of the Mekong Delta provinces, Cluster 11, including the provinces of Hậu Giang, An Giang, Kiên Giang, Bạc Liêu, Cà Mau, and Cần Thơ City, the head of the cluster signed a mutual agreement in 2023. With the theme Solidarity and Discipline, Flexible Bravery, Innovation, Timely Efficiency, locality's Department of Industry and Trade will lead the emulation movement and strive to successfully complete political tasks assigned, will implement administrative reform and digital transformation, build an agency that meets the standards of safety in terms of security and order, an agency that meets cultural standards, implement well implementation of anti-corruption, trade practice, and anti-waste in the units, so on and so forth. The cluster will preliminarily review and summarize the year to evaluate each unit through the prescribed scale. On this basis, the Ministry of Industry and Trade proposed to present the emulation plaque to the locality with the highest score and a certificate of merit to the two next-ranked units. Following the success of the ceremony to export the first shipment of durian to China on March 17, on the morning of May 10, Ngọc Minh LS1 Member Liability Limited Company solemnly held the opening ceremony of Cần Thơ branch, launching the new establishment of export, purchasing, packing durian and fruits. Until now, Ngọc Minh LS1 Member Liability Limited Company has associated with cooperative groups and cooperatives to build 12 durian growing areas in Thái Lai, Ô Môn, and Phong Điền, with a supply capacity of about 8,000 tons of durian per crop. Launching the first establishment of export, purchasing, packing durian and fruits in Cần Thơ not only have stabilized the quality of fruits, reduces transportation costs to packing facilities as before, and contributes to creating jobs for local laborers. Leaders of Cần Thơ City Department of Agriculture and Rural Development highly valued the company's initiative in self-contained investment, from building planting areas to organizing purchasing, packaging for export. This is the model of linking effective fruit consumption, having farmers feel secure in production when there is a stable output. The medical staff and doctors from Cần Thơ University of Medicine and Pharmacy, in collaboration with World Organization from the US, have just visited and given free medications to students of Thới Town Kindergarten, Thới District.
The delegation visited, screened for diseases, and distributed free medications to nearly 500 children studying at Thới Town Kindergarten. The purpose of this was to aid in early diagnosis of serious illnesses in children so that they could provide advice on efficient treatment options. After Thới Town Kindergarten, the delegation will visit Tân Thành Kindergarten on May 11 and Chương Xuân Wan Primary School on May 12.
Coming up next, the weather forecast. Thank you very much for your attention. Please visit us on website kênh youtube.vn. Bye for now.